Dr. Strangers, welcome to London.
Thank you very much.
As the president of the National Investigations Committee on UFOs, could I ask you first, what is an unidentified flying object?
Yes, an unidentified flying object is any object whose behavior violates every known law of aerodynamics.
Politicians, understandably, are loath to commit themselves on the subject, but have any leading statesmen given their opinions about UFOs?
Congressman Gerald Ford stated time and time again that he would prefer open congressional hearings rather than hearings behind closed doors. But as a matter of point, the late Robert Kennedy made a statement that not only does he believe in UFOs, but he also believes that they come from other planets.
I see. Could I ask you this? Has any military expert, for example, ever commented on United States or international involvement with UFOs?
In New York City at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel, the late General Douglas MacArthur made an outstanding statement that almost tumbled the foundations of the very press. And he stated, and I quote, "War on Earth is fast becoming obsolete. It'll be replaced by war between planets. It would do good for every nation on Earth to unite together in order to form a common front against possible attack by people from other planets."
Fine. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
My pleasure.
Beautiful.
Very. And out with the boss, eh?
You know her?
I know her, but she doesn't know me. Do you remember the Dalatec affair 6 months ago?
The Dalatec affair? Yeah, I remember.
The Dalatec affair. The Dalatec affair. The Dalatec affair.
Sir, the survey.
Thank you.
Is there anything else?
No, that's all.
Sighting at 0135-242. Second sighting at 0140-242. Third sighting at 0145-242.
Trajectory termination.
Preliminary readings indicate moon base area.
Red alert. Interceptors to be on standby.
Attention all defense systems. This is a maximum
security alert. Attention all defense systems. I say again, this is a maximum security alert. Condition red.
UFO sighted.
ETT, area 140, 60 miles from Moonbase.
Well, there's nothing for them there. Are you quite sure?
We've checked it. We seem to be faced with a UFO attack in force on an area of bare lava rock.
Look, don't try to figure them, Foster. Launch your interceptors.
Interceptors immediate launch.
Check trajectory.
Same coordinates, maintaining course.
Switch to onboard computer.
Roger.
The UFOs have changed course.
Hold for further instructions. No possible error.
They veered off.
Where are they heading?
According to the readings, back the way they came.
Interceptors return to base.
Well, did we scare them off?
It'll be the first time.
So what happened?
It's anybody's guess.
Guess? With $100 million worth of computer equipment at your fingertips, you still have to guess?
Sometimes, yes.
They didn't make a billion-mile space journey for nothing.
No, sir.
So we need answers, don't we, Colonel?
Is it a decoy that's failed or a red herring that's already succeeded? And it's your job to find out.
I have a sighting. It's traveling too slowly for a UFO.
Meteorite?
Looks like it. Definitely a meteorite. With an ETT in area 017213.
Get me Commander Straker.
Yes, sir.
Straker.
We're tracking a meteorite.
A what?
A meteorite.
You videoed to tell me that.
Its ETT is almost directly on top of the Dalatech installation.
Can you contact them?
There's the radio link.
All right, warn them.
Roger.
Oh, and one more thing, Colonel. If you have to bring any of them back to the base, use the amnesia procedure.
Right. Contact the Dalatech unit. How long to impact?
Approximately 3 minutes.
This is Moon Base calling Dalotech unit. Come in, Dalotech. Moon Base calling Dalotech unit. Come in, Dalotech.
The recorders are all in circuit.
Right, and we'll gather all the substratum material we can. The radio link with the geoscanner's okay? Good. Get down. Let's take a look.
I've told Forster to keep Moonbase on green alert for the next few days.
Hey, maybe they were after the Dalatech installation.
Oh, don't talk to me about Dalatech. I've been avoiding their president all morning.
Well, what do you got against them anyway?
They shouldn't be allowed up there, Alec. A private corporation has no business on the moon. Besides, all the valuable mineral deposits were taken away long ago. No, Dalatech is just wasting time and money.
That's their problem.
Now it's our problem, Alec.
Statistically, that was a 50,000 to 1 shot.
Yeah, a meteorite that size would be.
I suppose if we finish this session, we'd better go back and check the base. A piece of debris could have punctured the outside pressure skin.
Straker.
You're a difficult man to contact, Commander.
It's in the nature of the job.
For security reroutings. My name is Blake.
Yes, the president of the Dalatech Corporation.
I simply wanted to establish contact, Commander. Thank you for your help in preparing our moon project.
Let's get one thing straight, Mr. Blake. Your moon project was approved despite my overwhelming objections.
And if there's any trouble whatsoever,
I shall demand its immediate withdrawal.
My team will be on the moon for a period of 10 days. What can happen in that time?
my command has a complex and hazardous mission. The presence of civilians in the area could easily jeopardize our security operations, as well as our normal procedures.
And my team will use limited radio frequencies. They'll take every precaution to avoid your installations. In fact, they've been thoroughly briefed.
Then they'll be briefed again, Mr. Blake.
Oh, whatever you wish, Commander. I'm quite sure there'll be very little contact with your base.
Unless what?
In the case of an emergency. You did agree.
To render all possible assistance. Yes.
Pressure normal on 1.
Pressure normal on 2.
Come in, Dalotech. Come in, Dalotech.
Our friendly neighbors, the military. Dalotech survey base?
Colonel Foster for you.
This is Colonel Foster. We monitored a meteorite in your area.
We saw it land quite large. Approximately 900 kilos, fell about 200 yards from our installations.
Yes, that agrees with our coordinates. Have you checked the pressure skin for puncture?
Yes, Colonel. Thanks for calling. Out.
Any damage?
No, everything's under control.
Good. And will you be finished on schedule?
Yes, I think so, provided those meteorites leave us alone.
Right. I think that's all. Oh, I talked to Commander Straker about that military installation near you. It's my impression that he's looking for trouble. Make sure you don't give him any.
Don't worry, we're keeping right out of their way, playing it strictly to the book.
Fine.
I'm afraid you have those Dalatech people on your back door for the next 10 days or so, Colonel.
We've had no trouble.
Just the same, I want you to go over there and make sure they're following the agreed procedure. And don't make it too easy for them.
What's happening? What's going on? Loss of signal. Run equipment check.
Breakdown in Moonbase video link.
Center Control. Come in, Center Control.
Switch in the emergency link.
Emergency link negative, sir.
I can assure you, Colonel, solar activity is minimal.
You're sure? What else can it be?
A fault in the equipment.
The checks say no. Look, run a new test series. The solar wind has disrupted communications more than once.
It's not responsible this time.
Just run the test.
Anything promising?
No, not yet.
Give me 7.
7 it is.
9.
9.
Infrared.
Infrared.
My feet out. Thank you.
Corona will be symmetrical if there were an increase in the number of sunspots.
Exactly. No unusual solar activity.
But it all fitted.
Have you considered the possibility of outside interference?
Go on.
Just an idea.
Dalatech. They're operating on limited frequencies. They could be violating the agreement.
Is there a way to check?
Just one.
Well, that completes this run. What is it? Trouble?
Why else should we receive a visit from the military?
We're operating well within the prescribed frequencies, Colonel.
We'll check that, Miss Carson.
Colonel, we're open to check at any time. But to switch off the geoscanner means a complete write-off for all our work. We'd have to be persuaded there was adequate reason for so drastic a step.
More than adequate reason, Mr. Tanner. Our base radio lost total contact with Earth half an hour ago.
An immediate possibility could be increased solar activity.
The solar wind? The coronagraph check shows negative.
How about a simple radio fault? Do you, check your fuses, Colonel?
We've checked everything.
And now you want to check us?
Can you think of a more logical step?
Run another communication check on Moonbase, will you, Alec?
You ordered a continuous check 30 minutes ago.
Yes, yes.
Why don't you get some sleep?
I will, but not until that video link is back.
Well, you've examined the frequency settings, Colonel. I think they prove that we followed the agreement to the letter.
It proves that you haven't intentionally been operating on limited frequencies, but you could have used them inadvertently.
Miss Carson is in charge of the geoscanner. She's very experienced.
I can imagine.
Colonel, exactly how many radio failures have you had?
One so far.
That doesn't seem too serious.
For a military organization, it could be catastrophic.
And you're absolutely convinced that we're to blame?
It seemed the logical conclusion.
Well, I'm glad we've been able to change your mind.
So am I. Except now it means I'm back at square one.
Well, you'll have to excuse me, Colonel. I have the seismic meters to service. But I'll leave you in Miss Carson's capable hands. If you have any questions, please ask her. Au revoir, Colonel.
Miss Carson,
Jane, up here formality's a little superfluous.
Paul.
All right, Paul. I have the impression you're not still 100% certain that we're not the source of your difficulties. And I can see I'm right. And I suppose next time there's a radio blackout, we're going to get the blame.
No, but it means I shall want to make an immediate check on the use of the scanner.
With a complete radio failure, how can you? We're 50 kilometers away.
We'll install a landline between here and Moonbase. That way we'll always have a direct link.
And?
The geoscanner is the only piece of equipment you have powerful enough to disrupt communications. If there's another blackout and the geoscanner isn't transmitting,
We're
then...
in the clear.
Yes.
But you'll have to take our word for it that we're not transmitting.
I'll take your word for it.
Honestly, I don't think we're to blame, Paul. I've been very careful. So have Mark and Phil.
Well, we'll install the landline immediately.
I'll wait for your first call.
I must go.
Have you seen all you want?
Yeah, I think I've seen about everything.
Are you satisfied?
Very.
Shadow Control to Moonbase. Do you read me? Shadow Control to Moonbase.
Reading you. Strength 5, voice and vision.
Immediate for Commander Straker. Moonbase contact re-established.
Yes, sir.
Stand by for video circuit tests.
Landline installation complete, sir.
Right. Dalotech Base. How's reception?
Well, our own private line. I'm flattered.
Tell me, Jane, what do you do in your evenings off? Well, I know this marvelous little Italian restaurant not 200 miles from here. How about dinner?
Do they have fettuccine?
Beautiful fettuccine.
And a fat Italian mama who does all her own cooking.
You've been there.
I'll reserve a corner table.
And we'll sit and look at the stars.
And our only problem will be...
How the devil do we eat fettuccine through a 1/4-inch space visor?
Oh, listen, I've got a moonship coming soon, so I'll have to be going. Do we have it on positive track?
Yes, sir.
Control to lunar module. Switch to computer control for landing.
Roger.
Landing is go.
Thank you, Control. On computer?
Do we still have them?
I'm losing them. Radio malfunction.
Control to module. Switch to manual. Control to
This is lunar module. I have lost you. Maintaining computer control for landing.
Switch to manual. We have radio blackout.
This is lunar module. I repeat, lunar module. I have lost you. Maintaining control for computer landing.
Complete computer shutdown.
This is lunar module. This is lunar module. This is lunar module. Switching back to manual control.
You must have switched to manual, but I think it's too late.
Get a rescue team out there.
Dalotech Base. Yes, Paul. But everything was turned off except the geoscanner, and that wasn't transmitting. I see.
What's wrong?
Colonel Foster's coming straight over. There's been an accident at military base, moonship. The radio blacked out and all the crew were killed.
I say you're responsible.
I understand how you feel, Colonel, but you're wrong.
I made the mistake of believing that last time.
And what do you intend to do about it?
End your operation.
But you can't mean that.
Look, who do you think you are? You don't have the authority.
I do mean it. And I do have the authority.
But the project's almost completed.
I have no alternative, I'm sorry. Remove the circuits.
Don't touch the equipment. This is private property.
Bill, Colonel, I can't allow this. Those circuits are irreplaceable.
Exactly.
I'd like to speak to your commanding officer.
There isn't the time. And it wouldn't matter anyway. The circuits come out. Put them in the Moonmobile.
You haven't heard the last of this.
Maybe. But we've heard the last of that.
So what do we do now?
What can we do?
Carry on as best we can until we receive further instructions from Blake. In the meantime, we can go out and collect our equipment from the surface.
Fine.
Phil, you take the area we worked on yesterday. Jane, you go with him. And I'll do the section by the new crater. Okay?
What is it?
I'm not sure that matters. The point is, did we damage it with our blasting?
Or was it damaged by the meteorite?
How did it get into the crater?
Foster installed it.
When? The crater's only been there for a few days.
Now, this is getting us nowhere. We've got to decide what to do about it.
So we go outside and take a closer look.
Good idea.
The decision was taken by the commander on the spot. I support that decision.
The Astrophysical Commission may have other ideas after I've finished talking to them.
Well, that's your prerogative, Mr. Blake. Meanwhile, Dalatech does what it's told.
Well, you'll be hearing from me.
Sighting 4028. Confirmed speed 0 Sol 8.
I've got it.
Red alert. Interceptor's immediate launch. We've picked up a UFO.
Give me the trajectory coordinates.
Another blackout. Try and reset. Anything?
Nothing.
What the blazes is going on?
We've lost them again, sir.
And the emergency link?
I've tried it.
Keep trying.
Yes, sir. Channel control to Moonbase. Do you read me? Nothing, sir.
Let's get that tracker working.
I'll do my best, if I can find the source of the trouble.
UFO maintaining course. Interceptors. Range 20 million miles. Awaiting missing timing and attack.
Lieutenant Ford, will you come into the office? That library material we were running through the other day, is it still set up?
Yes, sir.
Good. There's something in the back of my mind about one of those interviews you did back in 1969. Something that won't quite click into place.
Which one was it, sir?
I think it was the one with Dr. Strange's.
Yes. Well, there's nothing in that one about radio blackouts, I can assure you, sir.
Maybe, but there's something. Rerun it.
Run the video, please, of the interview with Dr. Strange's. Channel it into Commander Straker's office.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Strange's, welcome to London.
Thank you very much.
In this year of 1969, man has just landed on the moon and we're bursting with newfound knowledge about space. But we have so very little on unidentified flying objects. As the president of the National
I
Investigation
remember all
Committee
this.
on UFOs,
Let's see the second half.
could you tell us first what is an unidentified
Wind
flying
on.
object?
Yes.
Now, what is the position of the United Nations regarding UFOs?
The United Nations, as a physical body, has never gone on record as a body as far as UFOs are concerned. However, I spoke at the United Nations Outer Space Affairs Committee before a special delegate in 1967.
You want to go on, sir?
And the following day,
Yes,
Secretary
let it run.
General U Thant released some news to the press in which he said, "We have a twofold problem facing the world today. Number one is the Vietnam crisis, and number two, unidentified flying objects."
Maybe it was my interview with Dr. Bressinger from MIT.
No, it was just a word,
It could be that they're so involved in other things that they haven't quite seen the seriousness of the problem of UFOs, even though it's an established fact that every nation under the sun...
Let's go back.
Where are they?
They must be working outside.
Dalotech. Another radio failure.
Yes. Both our bases are in imminent danger. Get me Tanner.
Colonel Forster.
Hello, Colonel. We were just about to call you. You know that installation of yours in that new crater?
What installation? Crater 236? Well, if there's an installation there, Tanner, it doesn't belong to us. Estimated range.
Approximately 2.2.
5 minutes from the last known trajectory termination.
Estimated target proximity of Moonmobile.
1 minute 50.
As a point of historical interest, how long have UFOs been sighted and reported?
Actually, UFO history goes clear back to the year
I really don't think there's
4000
anything, sir.
BC.
We check all
The
this
early
library material
Chinese
pretty
and the
carefully.
early Egyptians called them sky balls.
Well, it was just a hunch.
Sky balls, fireballs. The ancient Romans
Hold
called
it.
them fiery discs, and the ancient Greeks called
Stop
them
the tape.
shining or fiery.
Run back a few feet.
Go back 10 feet.
The early Egyptians called them sky boats or sky balls, fireballs. The ancient Romans called them
Fireballs.
fiery discs, and the ancient Greeks called
What's
them
another word for
shining
fireballs,
fiery
Lieutenant?
shields.
Thunderbolt?
Actually, clear up to this
Or?
year of 1969, UFO
Meteorite.
posed many problems. And the biggest problem
Crater
is
236.
Still no radio contact?
No.
ETA Crater 236, 1 minute 5.
Range 10 million miles.
The position is becoming only too clear, Lieutenant. Just as we hear that Moonbase is under attack from a UFO, radio contact is lost. Now, something is jamming the signal. I believe the cause is some sort of alien device in Crater 236. It was sent in using an orbit that would make us think that it was a meteorite.
Range 5 million miles. Bearing positive.
Do we go on without confirmation?
Our orders are to go straight in and destroy the installation.
What about the Delotech base? It's pretty close by.
I assume Colonel Foster's thought of that.
Tanner? 90 seconds.
No time for details, but I'm confirming we're going to detonate in Crater 236. Be prepared for an explosive decompression. Good luck.
All right, get your helmet on.
I still say Foster's up to something.
We've got no choice. Come on, Phil.
Interceptor leader to Moonbase. Come in, Moonbase.
The interceptors are in position, awaiting timing and attack data.
Predict interceptors will be in range in about 40 seconds.
If they haven't altered course. Estimated proximity of Moonmobile.
They should be on target just about now, sir.
They better be.
Okay, range on target.
Range on target.
coming through. Contact AOK, trajectory 839274.
Moonbase to interceptors.
Switch to computer link for course correction.
A missile firing sequence. Straker.
We've re-established contact with Moonbase, sir.
Right. Colonel Foster, what's the position?
There was an alien device near the Dalatech base.
Yes, we assumed as much.
Well, we have the UFO on positive track. The interceptors are going into attack.
Missile launch, -8.5.
Well done, Captain. Return to base.
And how are the Dalatech personnel?
Well, they were shaken up a bit at first, but they're fine now. The Moonmobile is bringing them back to Moonbase.
Right. You'll have to use the amnesia procedure.
I'll take care of it. Out.
All this. I see now why Commander Straker was so reluctant to have us up here. I'd like to say, Colonel, that your position, everything you've told me, it's a safe secret with me.
Have the amnesia shots been laid on for the Dalatech team?
We're going to administer them just before takeoff, Colonel.
Well, I think I'll get some rest. See you later.
Hello, Paul.
Hi.
I wondered why they brought 2 coffee cups.
How do you feel?
Fine.
Can I get you anything?
No. Paul, I wanted to apologize.
For what?
All the trouble we caused you losing that lunar module.
Come and sit down. Look, it wasn't your fault.
There wasn't anything we could have done.
But it would have happened anyway. It was inevitable.
We never did eat that fettuccine.
We will. But when you've forgotten about this,
Forgotten?
the amnesia shots, that there's nothing to worry about. So the Dalatech team stayed on for a couple more days.
You and Jay must have got pretty friendly.
Why did you ask her?
Very funny.
How does that old song go? Love's more beautiful the second time around. Just as wonderful with both feet on the ground. Excuse me. Excuse me. I don't think you know me, but my name's Foster. Paul Foster. Now, I would say you are some kind of geologist. May I sit down?
Oh, yes. How did you know I was a geologist?